All right, sports fans, just a little bit of an update here on the stable at Checks in the Mail Motorsports. I've decided to quit driving on the track. So I have my race car out front for sale, and my wife has her 924S, which is on the channel, and actually there's a video about the race car if you're interested on the channel also. But realizing that I didn't really have a street car anymore, and since I got out of driving on the track, sold the van, sold the trailer, and the garage was looking a bit sparse. So anyway, I was looking at an 88 924S that had some issues, and I didn't know anything about it. It was a auction car. So anyway, I was talking to my buddy at the garage. I said, what do you think? And he goes, well, why don't you just buy Les's car? And I'm like, Les's car? And he goes, the red 944. I'm like, is that thing still around? And he said it was, and it was in a storage unit for 6 years. Les rebuilt the engine in this car. We'll get to that in a minute. But unfortunately, Les had cancer, and he finished the car, completely rebuilt the engine because it had a rod knock. While the engine was out, he pulled out the gearbox and had that redone. I think the paint job was done before he got it. But I know this car. In fact, I helped him take the engine out of it. But in any event, after he passed away, his wife had possession, and she wasn't really keen. And so she found a guy, and he was interested. So he bought it. Well, he thought he was going to take it somewhere and do all kinds of things with it. Well, as it turns out, it ended up in a storage unit about 12 miles away from here for 6 years. So anyway, contacted that guy, Dave, and we went down to the storage unit, and he opened it up, and there it was, sitting there all by itself, and a little layer of dust on it. So we settled on a price, which is pretty much what he was asking. And anyway, we took possession. We're waiting on a title, but everything seems good to go. He's well known to my buddy at the garage, and I've known him too. So anyway, this is our latest acquirement. This is a 1983 944 naturally aspirated. The car came with a set of cookie cutters on it, which are in excellent shape. But I had these wheels on my track car, my Kinesis K27s, and I think they look really good on this car. 17-inch rims, very nice. I had a set of 255s that I put on the back, and I bought a brand new set of 225s for the front. As I said, this car is a repaint. It has a clear coat. It's quite nice. It's got a few little issues. It could use some buffing. But anyway, here is the interior. It's in excellent condition. The door panels, very nice. None of the glass is broken. Comes with a Momo steering wheel. Some really nice seats. Very nice, very nice. The gearbox, it's got a new clutch in it. Les was a stickler for that kind of stuff. He was a professional mechanic, and so of course the water pump, belts, everything's new. So there's the car some more. I'll open the hood up here for you in a second. Yeah, you're 944, you know. But this is a pretty nice example. I just put a brand new battery in it, so that we have no history with this car yet. We certainly will, but so most of this little video is going to be about the engine swap, us acquiring it, and getting it ready to go on the road. First thing I did, I didn't drive it or try and start it at all. I rolled the engine over with a ratchet to make sure it was going to be good to go, and everything was working just fine. So of course the next thing was the fuel system. So I disconnected the line back at the tank. I drained out 8 gallons of a little stinky gas, but not really bad. It came ripping right out of there. So the filters and everything had been changed. The fuel pump was new. I blew the line out from the back up to the fuel rail, and all the old gas out of there, dumped in 5 gallons of new gas with a can of fuel injector cleaner in it. So we shot some oil down the neck of the under the oil filter right into the oil pump, and put the filter back on. And I had the spark plugs out and had my wife roll it over, windmill it, and we got some oil pressure. So I put the plugs back in and said, all right, hit it. And it fired right up. Of course, it clattered like crazy, you know, with the valve lifters. So anyway, we left it run for a little while. Those things started quieting down. You know how they are. And now it just starts. You breathe on the key and it just takes off like a shot. Car only has 46,000 miles on it. There's of course there's no rust anywhere on it. I'm probably going to take it somewhere and have the paint buffed, because I don't want to screw that up. You know, you think you can do it, but I'd rather have a pro do it. So that's our 83 manual rack 944, and we are certainly looking forward to going places and putting some miles on this thing. Here's those tires. Look at these rear tires. Yeah, 255s. So so there she is. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave it on the channel there. I hope you all enjoy this, and we'll probably have some other videos once we get out and start driving it. So everybody, you all take care, and we'll catch up. Bye.